Yeah, so that's what it is. And here it is, new products. Let's do
new,
this.
New.
All right.
Okay. This is kind of new, kind of updated. This is the Teensy 3.2. It's kind of, we actually made a new product idea because it's just like, it is a little bit different than the 3.1. It has a new voltage regulator that can handle, I think, like 250 plus milliamps compared to the previous one. I think it has an external regulator. I think this thing over here is a regulator. And so you can use it for like powering like, ESP8266 type boards and other boards that require like 200, 250 milliamps. So it has onboard 3-volt regulator. It's still the chip that is from the 3.1. It's pin compatible. It's really just an upgrade. Everything that used to work should still work. So feel free to use it instead of a 3.1. Still has like the extra RAM and the extra memory over the 3.0. It's just a nice little upgrade. Why not? Same price, get more. Who could say no?
Okay. And I did have a few photos. I showed some of them, but it also comes with this card. Yeah,
it comes with the pin I/O card, which is very handy. Yeah, we toss in some header. The Teensy 3 series is great. It's like ultra powerful, has DMA. Paul Stoffergen has done an excellent job of adapting our libraries to work with them. We're also doing it ourselves. We're going back and trying to update our libraries to make them compatible with like SPI transactionals, like good stuff. But either way, it is a lovely small board.
All right, next up.
Okay, we have 2 Adafruit made things today. This week, starting off, we have the LM3671 buck converter. I'm not going to show this on the overhead because this photo is way better than I could show you on the overhead. It's a little buck converter that we're probably going to use in some future things. And I thought, you know what? It might be handy to have this in the store. Basically, you can take like 3.3 to 5 volts in and convert it to 3.3 volts out. What's nice about this one is the chip is very low cost. It has an internal synchronous buck, so it has like the transistor and diode on the inside. So you really only need input capacitor, output capacitor, and then you don't even need the enable pull up, but we added it just so that you could use the enable pin. So like you could, if you wanted to, have a 3-component buck converter, really inductor and chip. It was one of the easiest, lowest cost ways to make a 3.3 volt buck converter, and it can give you 600 milliamps peak. And I've done that. I connected up to 5 volts, put my programmable load on it, and got 600 milliamps consistency. Like it did droop a little bit, but it's probably from the cables. I got like 3.2 volts. So this is a great buck converter for, let's say you're making a Wi-Fi board, and your Wi-Fi peaks at 250, 300 milliamps, you want something like this.
I was going to ask, what type of thing? You said you're going to use this for maybe some things, like what type of things?
It would be really great for something like a Wi-Fi enabled board that was very power efficient, very low power.
You must be working on that.
No, I'm just saying if someone were to do that, and they wanted to make sure that they had extremely low quiescent current because they were intending this to be an extremely low power,
this is a
Wi-Fi
good choice.
board. This would be an excellent choice.
Okay. All right, next up. The star of the show tonight, besides you, is this.
And you're also the star, You're the secret star.
No, I'm not.
You're the backup band. This is the Bluefruit LE Shield. So over the last, well, actually it's been like 2 years. But as far as people can tell, it's been 3 months. We've been cranking out different formats and versions of the Bluefruit LE. This is our Bluetooth Low Energy solution. K-Town, Townsend has done an excellent job with writing our own firmware for the NRF51822. We have an FCC CE certified module. We have it in little breakout shapes. We have it in Flora shape. We have it in USB friendly shape. And we're pretty much done. We have now a shield shape. And what's nice is that the module is so self-contained and so small that like the module's over there in the corner, and then we have like tons of proto area. This module uses SPI, and so which is really nice. Most Bluetooth modules, I don't know if you were aware, most Bluetooth Energy modules, use UART, which is fine. The problem is that most processors only have one UART, especially for something like the Uno. That UART is taken for uploading, and even if you weren't using that for uploading, it's very rare to have more than one UART, and that UART is a precious commodity, and so you don't want to waste it if you can use something like SPI or I2C. Well, Kevin Townsend, K-Town. We wrote an SPI core for the transport layer for this processor, so you can basically use it as an SPI to UART converter inside the chip. And so, you know, what's nice about this is that using the ICSP header, we can now, it works with any Arduino because it uses SPI and doesn't require special hardware pins like the UART pins.
Yeah. This is one of those times where I watch you and K-Town work together on something for like a year or so.
This was 2 years.
And then like, it's just the best and then it's over.
Yeah, this is the only SPI transport Bluetooth Low Energy module.
That's right.
And SPI, it's great. I mean, yes, it's a couple more pins, but it's like solid, consistent. There's an our interrupt request pin, and I have my demo that I'm going to do.
I like that you can build anything on top of it too. There's a nice.
There's a ton of proto area, and it's Bluetooth Low Energy. We even stick on a 3-volt regulator just in case you have an Arduino.
Demo of this thing?
Yeah, if your Arduino doesn't have a 3-volt regulator, we added it.
Okay.
So I have. Hold on, let me do the locked and loaded. So yeah, we can show you it's plugged in with the SPI connector. I'm using an Arduino Uno made in the US, but you can use any Arduino or compatible. And then, you know what, I'll totally, 1 second, quit this. So you can download our free app. It's available for iOS or Android. I happen to be using my iPad mini, but you can use your Nexus 7 or Nexus 5 or whatever. And then this is ready to rock. You can see that it's blinking. It means it's waiting for connection. Connect, and there's multiple modes. You can use UART mode, which is, I'll just show this off. You know, you can send data back and forth between the Arduino and the app. There's also pin I/O mode, where you can like set the pins to be input, output, analog, you know, read them, PWM and stuff. So I connect. There's also the firmware update. If you want to update the firmware on the module, we have over there updating. I don't need to do that. And then there's controller. And controller's kind of neat. It lets you take the data from the phone, Android or iOS, and send it to the Arduino. So for example, quaternion location data, so the orientation of the phone. So you can use it basically as an accelerometer, gyro, magnetometer. If you have GPS turned on, you can send the GPS location to the Arduino as well. So like, you don't have to get an Arduino shield for GPS if you have Bluetooth Energy. You just use your phone because it's got GPS built in. There's a control pad, so you can basically control some sort of device, move up and down, left, right, or 8 buttons, whatever you want. And then there's color picker, which is the demo I'll be doing because it's the easiest demo. And then you just select the color you want, click send, and then instantly it's updated with your favorite color. So this is just, you know, you can use any of the, you can use the color picker and then go back and use the control pad. Just a demo showing like, hey, it's very fast and very easy to add wireless. This is one of the example demo code that comes in. Basically, it listens for, you know, it sends the red, green, blue value. It sends that back, and it just displays it on NeoPixel. So, like, never has it been easier to add Bluetooth Low Energy. It is the bestest and happiest Bluetooth Low Energy. It's Bluefruit, and we love it. And that's why we have a shield for it now.
Okay. And with that is new products.